Hammer on steel in a one-light town, smoke in my lungs, ash in my crown. I was born in a cold dust August. Mama named me for a saint she never knew. Raised up where the church bells rusted, where the judge drinks the same raw good as you. I learned sparks from my father's temper, how to bend hot iron until it screams. Now I shoot dead men's horses, they drag chains through my dreams. These are the blacksmith's blues, where the fire burns cold. I keep beating on the anvil, just shaping woes into ghosts. Every ring, every clang says a man can't chew. When the devil buys his dinner, you just sing the blacksmith's blues. Yeah, the blacksmith's blues. Sheriff brought me a bloody horseshoe, said, boy, make it fit like sin. There was red in the tread, dried and flaking like a guilty crooked grin. He said, some men ride, some get ridden. Said a star on my workbench grinned. Left a Bible with a bullet through it, told me, pray for what you did. These are the blacksmith's blues, where the fire burns cold. I keep beating on the anvil, just shaping woes into ghosts. Every ring, every clang says a man must choose between a rope and redemption. So I sing the blacksmith's blues. Oh, the blacksmith's blues. There's a horse out back, all shadow and bone, eyes like burned out midnight, breath like smoke. He paws that dirt like he knows my name, like he heard every lie I ever spoke. If I shoot that beast, he'll carry me on past the gallows and the graveyard use. If I stay, they'll string me by sunrise. Either way, I'm paying dues. These are the blacksmith's blues, and the coals burn low. I keep beating on the anvil while the dead line up in rows. Every ring, every clang sounds like bad news. If you ride through this town at sundown, you'll hear my blacksmith's blues. You'll hear my blacksmith's blues. Hammer on steel in a godforsaken town, smoke in my lungs as the gallows come down. Mile marker rusted, buzzers drawn their ring. Heat shiver on a black tile like it's hiding ugly things. Cheap suit in the rear view, blood bloom on my shirt. Truck bed full of footsteps, every one of them hurts. I got lead in a long boy, breath tastes just like sin, yeah. Every drag, every swallow feels like God won't let me in. I keep driving this dead road where the cross is leaning some, dust in my teeth, steel in my chest, and that cold, cold lead in the lungs. Sheriff's name on a matchbook smears red when I strike. His badge slid off the dashboard at the last gravel spike. Radio hits like locusts, static chewing the air. I talk to the empty seat, but ain't nobody there. I got lead in the longboard, breathe tastes just like sin. Every drag, every swallow feels like God won't let me in. I keep driving this dead road where the cross is leaning some, dust in my teeth, steel in my chest, and that cold, cold lead in the lungs. Headlights catch a white dress, just a flicker, then it's gone. Hey, maybe it's a warning, maybe just a heat playing along. I ain't asking for mercy, I ain't begging for a crown, just a ditch by the shoulder where this iron hawk can lie down. Got lead in the longboard, breathe tastes just like sin. Every drag, every swallow feels like God won't let me in. I keep driving this dead road till the last grace overrun, dust in my teeth, steel in my chest, and that cold, cold lead in the lungs. Yeah, dust in my teeth, steel in my chest, and that cold, cold lead in the lungs. Rust on the tailgate, blood on the chrome, sweat on the steering wheel, nowhere feels like home. Hound in the rearview, eyes like burning coal, Bible on the dash, but I already sold my soul. Muzzle, mud, and metal, grinding through this ghostland night. Got a trunk full of trouble and a heart that don't turn right. Blacktop eats my secrets, headlights drag my sins in white. Muzzle, mud, and metal, howling down the edge of life. Oh. Shot glass in my glove box, names carved in my skin. Graveyard on the county line calls me like a guilty king. Rain hits like gravel on a rusted, busted hood. Every mile I put behind me feels like one more where I stood. Muscle, mud, and metal, grinding through this ghostland night. Got a trunk full of trouble and a heart that don't turn right. Blacktop eats my secrets, headlights drag my sins in white. Muscle, mud, and metal, howling down the edge of light, yeah. Engine praise and gasoline, smoke spells out my name. If the law don't finally catch me, the river's gonna stake its claim. Muscle, mud, and metal, oh, grinding through this ghostland night. Got a trunk full of trouble and a heart that don't turn right. Blacktop eats my secrets, headlights drag my sins in white. Muscle, mud, and metal, I disappear beyond the lights, oh Lord.